Alright, so today we're taking a look at a game called Delver's Drop. This is version 0.32, so very early alpha, very early development. This is only available to Kickstarter backers, of which I am one, proudly. And we are going to play as the Sorcerer character today. The Sorcerer is pretty cool. He's got this ranged attack. He is a little bit floaty with his controls, but I'm going to chalk that up to early development. And let's go ahead and smash this lever and get started in our quest. Now we're going to drop down into this labyrinth, and if you've played Binding of Isaac, you'd be a little bit familiar with the general idea of the game, which is we need to move through this labyrinth, exploring as we go, and once we walk into a room, the door is going to lock behind us, and we got to defeat all the enemies inside to open up the doors and move on to the next room. So I'm having a lot of fun with this, as I'm a big fan of Binding of Isaac type games. Oh man, I'm getting mobbed by these goblin guys. Yeah, so I like the graphics of this game. The style of the game is really cool. It's very retro feeling without the bad graphics, which I like. I like the feel of the old games, not necessarily the graphics of the old games. And this one's pretty updated, looks nice. The sound is good, the music is alright. The music seems like it only has the one track at this time, but again, early in development stages, so if they can produce additional tracks in the same style, I would be happy with that. Now let's go ahead and take out some of these enemies in here. These candles are spawning little flames at an alarming rate. I do like how the enemies are not invulnerable against their own traps, so those spikes you see popping up over there will destroy any enemies that walk on top of them. And we gotta watch out for those ourselves, because the spikes do, in my opinion, inordinate amount of damage. They take away an entire health. So you see up at the top we've got some health in the form of the heart, and we also have shields, like a little armor meter. You've seen that before in other games, nothing too surprising there. So let's gather up our loot and move on to this next room. Oh, watch out for these guys, gonna charge after us. Take a little bit of damage there, but that's okay. So like I said, this game was funded through Kickstarter. They actually, get to that door there, they actually received about double what they were looking for, so they're going to make this game even better than they initially planned. And I'm really looking forward to it. I mean, I can already see the potential in this game. It does look like a lot of fun. There's some bugs to work out. Not necessarily bugs, but some kinks, like the enemies kind of immediately swarm you when you walk into a room. I think that's a bit unfair. But, you know, growing pains, and as soon as the developers get to see this in the hands of some people, I'm sure they'll be able to make some decisions to improve things. So I'm not worried about that at all. Oh, there's this ghost in here. You gotta watch out for these guys, they're really tough. They do a ton of damage when they hit you, and it's kind of hard to predict their attacks. So let's go ahead and move on to the left and see if we can find anything for us over here. Oh man, those rats, you gotta watch out for those rats. Once they take damage, they explode, and when they do a ton of damage to you. So let's go ahead and play another round as the rogue character. Now this character I like a lot more in terms of its controls. It only has a short range attack, so that's kind of a disadvantage, but the controls are a lot tighter on the rogue. Again, I'm going to say it's early development, but the sorcerer feels way too floaty for me. I don't really understand why. It's got like a lot of momentum when he walks around, and I don't understand why a human being would have momentum. I mean, when you stop walking, your legs stop moving. So there you go. You want to move anywhere, unless you're on ice or something, but this floor doesn't look like it's made out of ice. I hope that they move the controls so that they're similar to the rogue's controls, because I think the rogue feels alright. You know, it's a development decision, and they can do what they want, of course, but I like how the rogue handles. So let's go ahead and smash through these things here. Oh, there's some armor for us, that's going to be good. Now you can see that this is a different layout than it was before when we were playing as the other character, and it will always be a different layout every single time you play, which is pretty cool. So let's go ahead and hit these ghosts here. Gotta watch out, because they will fire. Now again, the ghosts... Oh man, he's doing a lot of damage there. So the ghost I do like that the enemies can hurt their fellow enemies, so they can definitely have some friendly fire, which is great for me. Because you can strategically play like that to leave the more powerful enemies alive so that they will take out the weaker enemies for you. Now, I haven't really developed a strategy in this game yet because I'm a bit new at it. Oh, those spiders are really fast and they jump at you. But I'm liking it so far. Gotta get used to this short-ranged weapon after playing as a sorcerer. You know, I kind of like the ability to stand at the other side of the room and deal damage that way, but so it goes. Like I did mention, it's going to be additional classes added to the game, so maybe one of those will have better controls and a ranged attack. Who knows? So let's go ahead and watch out for these things over here. They are ganging up on me. Now there's a big spring over there, and I kind of like to play with the springs. You can bounce off of them, and the enemies will bounce off of them. So, I'll demonstrate that for you. Let's run into that. Oh, that spider got me. Another spider down here. He looks like he's about to pounce. So, let's move over here. Oh, there you go. That is Delver's Drop, Early Alpha 0.32. It's a lot of fun. I like the music, I like the sound effects. The art style is really cool. It's fun to play. I'm not very good at it yet, but that's okay. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video you just watched, and you should know that I have many more just like it here on my channel. I highlight games that follow the 5 I's: indie, innovative, intelligent, inexpensive, and insanely fun. Subscribe now to have a source for finding great games.